we've been gone. And I can explain, but why? I mean, don't you love those YouTubers that explain where they've been and they apologize and they say, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I haven't posted in a long time. And well, we had a lot going on. Mom's sewer backed up, and so she's had a lot of things going on in her house. So my brother and her have been living with us for the past 3 weeks and probably a little bit longer. We also had a family reunion. I did try to film some of that, and it was laughable because I tried to do my own iMovies, and my husband Chris is the actual editor. And I'm not saying I've given up, but it's ugly trying to learn how to edit. I'm sure it's simple. I just have to try again. But anyway, what today's video is going to be about making meatloaf. We were at Costco the other day, and we found this Wagyu, American raised Wagyu, and it was less expensive than regular ground beef. And so I thought, hey, I've got a great unconventional meatloaf recipe, inspired by Weight Watchers. This is not low-fat food, obviously, but I like to put vegetables wherever I can in. And so I don't know if you've ever seen something like this before. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never used Wagyu before. So we're hoping that at the end of this process, we'll have a meatloaf. But we're going to go a little Japanesey with it. So let me explain what we have here. We have 2 pounds of Wagyu ground beef. And we got about 5 large mushrooms, 2 medium-sized carrots, 2 medium stalks of celery. Keep these. You're going to need those later, the green part. Poblano pepper, half an onion, all these leftover green onions we're going to use. And then if I'm not happy with how the greenery with the celery looks, I'm going to put a little parsley in it, okay, and some garlic. We're going to use fresh breadcrumbs. This is a day-old bread that I've let gone stale, and there's the breadcrumbs. And then as an accompaniment, we're going to try my husband's homegrown potatoes. This is all we got from our little experiment in our garden, and we're going to use those today to see how they go. And then a side of, I'm going to do like a ginger, garlic, soy, sauteed sugar snap peas with that. And then on top of this meatloaf, there's going to be a miso, sort of miso kind of ketchupy barbecue sauce over the top. I think this will be a great recipe. I can't wait to see how it's turned out. I've never done anything like this before with Wagyu. And I think you might be interested to see how I get all these vegetables in there, and then between you and me and the fence post, it'll stay together and actually make a loaf. And that's it. Will this meatloaf? We'll find out. We got about 3 cups total. So I used 3 of those large mushrooms and their stems. Oh shoot. So there's celery, green onion, carrot, garlic, and celery leaves and mushrooms. And what we're gonna do is, because I suspect there's gonna be like a lot of fat in that Wagyu beef, I'm not gonna use butter to saute these or sweat down these vegetables. So let me get that going. I'm gonna use some, in this bowl I've got about probably a 1/4 teaspoon of hondashi. It looks like this. You ever made miso soup? This is the soup base they make it out of. Okay, now an average Japanese person would never mix dashi and Wagyu, but this is American Wagyu. And so we're just gonna go with it. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of white wine in here. Stir it up. I'm gonna get this simmering, and then I'm gonna throw the vegetables in. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do. Like this looks like I'm adding water. I'm not. I'm gonna cook all of this down till there are absolutely no water's left in them. So I'm gonna put this in here. I'm thinking it's gonna take about 15-20 minutes. And hopefully this will all cook down to 1.5 cups total. All right, so you can see it's all cooked down. So I'd say by about half. Now we're gonna put this on a plate here. You get the idea, right? Okay. All right, so at this point you might be asking yourself, why are you even planning to put this in a meatloaf? Well, if my calculations work out, this will be a great addition of extra fiber and extra flavor into any meatloaf. And I encourage you to try this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the freezer to cool it down fast. And then we'll move on to the meat mixture. We've got the veggie mix. We've got 2 eggs. I'm going to use egg white because Wagyu has got a lot of fat in it, so I'm not going to use the egg yolk like a traditional meatloaf. I've got breadcrumbs. I've got fresh breadcrumbs and some parsley. And so this is where I'm not sure what's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let all this Wagyu out. Let's take a look at it. I mean, looks slightly fattier, slightly creamier. What do you think?
Does it give a percentage? Like,
let's look.
Normally it says like 80-20, 70-30.
No.
Doesn't give any percentage.
No.
That's interesting.
I suspect it's because they're oh, here, look. Okay. Fat, total fat, 23 grams per quarter pound. That's a lot.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, 23% is a lot.
Okay.
23 grams, 35% fat.
Oh, okay. See, there we go. Yeah.
So I'm just going to go easy on the fat part because I already got a lot of fat. So I'm going to taste this for salt. It's flavorful. I might put a dash of salt in there. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to put about 2/3.
Okay, this is a hypothetical. What about throwing in soy sauce?
Well, we could try it. I'm just worried about putting too much moisture in for fear it'll fall apart. But I think we can try it. Let's try it. Okay. We're already there, right?
Right.
We put about 3 teaspoons in.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna don't worry, I'm keeping these yolks for something, probably scrambled eggs in the morning. Okay, now is about a cup of breadcrumbs. I might have to use, I'm gonna use my hand, y'all, I'm sorry. So once I get this mixed up, I'm gonna nuke a portion of this and give it a taste and see what we need for seasonings. I can tell we can use the rest of these. This is moisture, texture, flavor, fiber, so you don't have to put that much breadcrumbs in here, you don't have to put that much fat in here. We're already working with a lot of fat, like 35% fat. Looks really good. Trying to be really careful and not let the fat start creaming, as you can get with like pork meatballs or Italian meatballs. Okay, so I'm gonna get a piece. I'm gonna put it in the microwave. Be right back. Really well seasoned. It's hot, very hot.
Great. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. We're gonna preheat our little oven to 350. There we go. And I put it in this dish because I have absolutely no idea how much fat it's gonna render. Looks really good. See all the pieces of like vegetable and parsley, and it's already beautiful, you know? So I'm gonna put this in the fridge until the oven is preheated. We're gonna put this as is, uncovered, in the oven for about 40 minutes. It's gonna bake 1 hour altogether, but after 40 minutes, I'm gonna put a glaze on it, and I'll show you what that is in a few minutes. There we go. Here we are, and then time, 40 minutes. Here we go. Okay. It's been about 40 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a glaze for the meatloaf you just saw. But I'm going to turn, I put the grid down a notch, but then I'm going to turn it up, I think, to 375 so we can caramelize the coating. And here's the coating. What I have here, if you want to know how I made it, I'm going to post a short about it. But what it basically is white miso, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, about 3 teaspoons of brown sugar. Then we put in grated ginger, grated carrot, grated garlic. We fried that in some sesame oil. Then we added a little bit of mirin, a little bit of sake, mixed that around. Then we added a little bit of sriracha, mixed that around, put in the tomato paste, and you'll just have to get the rest. So I'm just saying we wind up with this, and I'm gonna mix it with the leftover yolks, because why not? Let's just gild this lily, right? This means you can't eat this raw, so I have to put everything on it. Okay, here we go. Look at it so far, it looks pretty good. Looks good, huh? Okay. So now, open this up. I upped the temperature to 375 from 350. And I put the wired rack down a notch. So now we're gonna bake this. I think it says this is just a standard on this oven. I'm gonna bake it for 15 minutes and see where this leads us.